I'm going to introduce our next speaker, Heather Peairs with Trulieve Medical Cannabis, and we're thrilled to have her here. And Mr. Nardo, I'm going to have to get on you too as we get our next speaker up here. So let's quiet for our speaker. And I know we're going to about to hear some important stuff, and you guys need to hear this. You two especially. But I've been to Trulieve facilities, and they are impressive, and it's a growing industry in West Virginia, and we're excited about that. And if you have not been to one of their facilities, you need to stop in. But I'll let Heather tell that story. Heather, please. Thank you. Round of applause.
Just tell everybody I'm the weed lady, and they'll all pay attention. You are the 12th person that's asked me that. Yeah, no samples today. I am staying in this hotel, though. Just kidding. As Don said, my name is Heather Peairs. I'm actually the area manager for Trulieve for the entire state of West Virginia. I have been living in West Virginia for about 10 years. And when I had the opportunity to bring this program to my fellow mountaineers, it was just an opportunity I couldn't miss. Myself, not being a cannabis user myself, it was something that, was always there. It was something that I didn't have an issue with, but it wasn't something I was going to go try to get. We talk about the opioid issue, and it feels dirty, right? It's you got to go find somebody to get it. But now in West Virginia, it's legal, right? So you can actually go to one of our facilities, and it's clean. You walk in, and to Don's point, when you walk in, it almost feels like an Apple store. It's very clean. It's very professional. We have consultation rooms for privacy, so that you feel like when you walk out, you don't feel like you just did something wrong. So for me, personally, I was never going to go try to find it. It just wasn't something I wanted to do. And the fact that I can legally walk into a dispensary and provide myself with the medicine, I have serious arthritis at my age from many years of rugby in college, probably other things in college. But just being able to have a good night's sleep it's you can't put a price on that. So I think we've got, I'll tell you a little bit about Trulieve. So we are from Tallahassee, Florida. We're established in 2015. You want to hit that next button there? Have you been to my room? So we are currently operating in 11 states. We have 165 locations. Last year, we actually acquired Harvest. All right, cool. We acquired Harvest last year for $2 billion, which opened us up into these other states. Like I said, we started in Florida, and we've branched out significantly. We were the first medical cannabis company to plant seeds in West Virginia, and what's kind of cool is last month was our year anniversary of doing so. And then we opened up our first location in Morgantown in November of 2021. Our cultivation is one of the biggest in West Virginia. It's 100,000 square feet. It's in Lesage. We actually started, when we first planted our seeds, we started with a temporary facility. There was just an abandoned building, and we really focus on contributing to the economy, contributing to the community, and we just rented out this building. We said, this will work. We'll start here while we were building the 100,000 square feet facility that's right next door. So planted the seeds in July, and we're able to provide medicine in November of 2021, excuse me. Can you hit the next one for me? Like I said, we opened up the first in 2021. We now have 6 locations, soon to have 3 more locations coming up by, fingers crossed, end of September. The first 2 stores that we actually opened, we couldn't operate them 7 days a week. The demand was so high. I don't know if you all had seen, but at our grand opening, we had over 400 patients waiting outside to find that relief. And we were running out of product. Point blank, we couldn't keep up with it. It's a plant, so we're at the mercy of that plant. We also send our product to get tested. So when you purchase from us, the container is going to tell you everything about what's in that product. So you know exactly what you're putting in your body. And I think that that's another thing that makes us different, is that you know what you're buying. It makes it feel a little safer, a little cleaner. We have employed little over 300 employees in the state of West Virginia between retail and cultivation. We also have members of community educators. We employ their remote employees that go around the state, get active in the community, spread the green word out in West Virginia. And then with what they do every day, our community educators, we have now reached well over 10,000 patients in the state, which is remarkable. Yes, it's awesome. And to be honest with you, I want to say thank you for giving me this platform, because that's what helps this program grow, is education. Everybody always asks me, do you get nervous when people ask you what you do, or if you tell them you're a medical patient? And I always tell them, I'm like, if you're asking me that question, then that stigma is really still there. And the only way that we can really get rid of that stigma is education. And thank you again, because this is one of the platforms that really helps us get that word out, to talk about and answer any questions that people may have as to what medical cannabis can do for you. Because there's a plethora of things. It's not just to get you the munchies. I think that that's one of the stigmas. I mean, we can provide that, but really a lot of and we'll get into the next couple slides here, is just I'll talk about some of our in-house brands and what they can do for you, and how we provide relief. And, not only that relief of chronic pain, but, it is something that helps you get off those opioids. It's a way to not have to pop those pills. I have a family member that unfortunately has chronic pain, and, she has a bag of pills, and it's sometimes she's had a situation where she's had too many pills, and it's heartbreaking. And we got her onto the medical program, and she doesn't have to take the pills. She goes to sleep every night without it, and it's great. She doesn't have to go to her, bag of pain relievers to get her sleep. She's just got to have a little bit of our relief, and she's out, and she has the best night of sleep. She's lost weight. She's thriving. She's 65 years old, and she's doing things she's never been able to do. She hasn't been able to do in years. And it's stories like that I think that people need to hear, because, again, a lot of people think it's something that just hang out on your couch and eat a whole pizza. So that really kind of puts me into this piece, with the education part. We work with physicians. So for you to acquire your medical card, you have to go to a physician. They have to assess you and, give you the go if medical cannabis is going to be good for you. So once you acquire that, you go through the Office of Medical Cannabis. They will provide you with your medical card. And like I said, with us being at 10,000 patients, when we opened in November, where there was only 4,000, and there were about 2,000 applicants still waiting. And now that the program has grown, so we talk about building West Virginia, bringing more money to the state, the Office of Medical Cannabis has completely grown. There was one person processing patient cards, and now there's a whole team. So you can actually, it was taking 2 months to get your card, almost 3 months sometimes. It's taking about 10 days now. So that's because that business has grown. So once you get your card, you can go to one of our dispensaries. You come in, we treat you with the utmost respect. We check your card. We ask you if you'd like a personal, private consultation, because we provide those rooms for you. If not, you walk into our showroom, where you'll meet one of our dispensary associates. They'll ask you all the questions. What is the kind of relief that you're looking for? Are you familiar with cannabis? because some people have never used, and then there's people that have, but they have never really been able to figure out what works for them because it's been something they've had to buy from somebody they don't know. So you kind of get what you can get. And now we provide all the different kinds of relief that you are looking for. When you're a first-time patient at Trulieve, we give you 50% off your entire order. We want to make sure that it's not a financial burden on you to try something that you may not be comfortable with. We also know you might want to try a couple different things to get yourself the right relief that you're looking for. And we also have a very liberal return policy. We really don't ask many questions. We want to ensure that if you have something that you did not like, it didn't work for you, or it was just not for you, come on back. We'll take care of you. Here are some of our in-house brands, which is pretty cool because when we first opened up our stores, all we had was flour. All we had was True Flour. We had nothing else. And it was gone very quickly. So the fact that we are now able to provide these other in-house brands and different kinds of relief, it's really been super beneficial for our patients because in the state of West Virginia, you cannot smoke cannabis. You have to vape it, so it's a little intimidating on how you actually can do that. So, and a lot of people don't know that you can actually vape flour. We have devices that we provide you guys with to be able to use that, and our community educators go around to our locations and they put on clinics on how to use those devices. So again, more education. We do as much as we possibly can to keep our patients first, to ensure that they are getting that relief and it's not intimidating. So since then, we've been able to bring out Cultivar Collection. What our Cultivar Collection is, it's actually our top tier flower. It's hand-picked. It doesn't touch a machine. It's cared for like a baby. It's very, very high potent in THC, so it's probably like the top of the liquor cabinet. That's what this is. Our Muse is our concentrate line. So what concentrates are, they're high in terpenes. So a lot of people think that THC is really what provides you with that high or that relief that you're looking for, but it's actually the terpenes that are in the plant. And Muse really brings out those terpenes, and it helps provide a higher relief. I'm going to skip Momenta and end with that one, but Modern Flower, we actually just launched this last week. Modern Flower is another one of our oils. It's a different vape. It's got more of a flavor to it, so if you're not looking for that cannabis flavor, this is going to give you a little bit more of a fruity or something, a little bit tasty, I guess. It's not, again, it doesn't have that smell, so it's a little bit more discreet than vaping flower. And then our Momenta line is our wellness brand, and I can tell you right now, West Virginia loves our Momenta. And I think that when I talk about relief and people with chronic pain and having trouble sleeping, our patients' average age is probably 55 to 70, and they love the Momenta. It comes in capsules, tinctures. We have an oil. It's in a syringe. What that syringe is you can actually use it to cook with. You can put it in your mouth. It's really tacky. You might not want that. But the Momenta really shows that the state is looking for that medical relief because it's our wellness brand. Anybody a Survivor fan? The show Survivor? Ethan Zoen. I think I got that right. He's a 2-time Survivor winner plus a 2-time cancer survivor, and he is our spokesperson for Momenta. He was actually at our Granville grand opening. Dawn, I think you got to meet him. He just ran the Boston Marathon, and he uses our topicals, the Momenta topicals, and what that is, it's kind of like Bengay. Once you have our topicals, though, you're never going to want to buy Icy Hot ever again. It is really amazing. But our Momenta line is near and dear to my heart because it's really something that helps family members of mine get to be able to sleep. My mom has serious arthritis, and she puts it on her knees, and it's just makes it a world of difference. She can actually play with my niece and nephew. It's really awesome to see. Another thing that Trulieve, we're a big MSO, and in the state of West Virginia, I've lived here for 10 years. I consider myself a fellow mountaineer, and I know that localization and being in the community is big in this state. It's big to me. I like to go to local restaurants, so with Trulieve coming in, kind of looking like the big bad MSO, we really we're big, do not get that wrong, we're big, but we really try to stay down to our roots and get involved in the community. We do countless cleanups. As you can see, this right here is our Earl Core team. They were cleaning up a park. We do that often in Morgantown, Parkersburg. We've done some here in Charleston. But we do, whatever event that we can really get our hands into, we really try to participate there and get into the community, whether that's just helping clean up the streets and educating on the way. We really want to make sure that everyone is, we're here to support. So that's really all I have. Again, thank you for this platform. When I joined Trulieve in September of last year, it was a business decision, in all honesties. I saw this as the Apple and the Google of this generation, and very quickly that business decision turned into a passion. I've had so many stories of people that have been so positively affected by what we do. I got a personal phone call from the Office of Medical Cannabis that, sorry, I get a little choked up on this one. So the Office of Medical Cannabis called me and said, we have a terminal patient. They have cancer and they do not have very long to live. And we just quickly put through their medical card. We did it. They did it within hours. They provided this person with a medical card so that they could find some relief in their last days. And it was here in Charleston. So, I said, absolutely, whatever you need us to do, we will do that for you. We had the team come out to the car because this individual could not walk. The team came out. We had the menu. We talked about all of the benefits. What is it that what do you need? What can we do for you? And we were able to find this person some comfort in their last days. And the fact that the OMC trusted us to do that, it really, it hits me here, because that's when I say it was a business decision that turned into a passion, it's because of things like that, stories like that. And those are the stories that people don't hear. They hear the story of you sitting on a couch eating a pizza. They don't hear about what it can do for just that person to find that relief in their last days, as well as the family members around them that can enjoy those last days with them, that they can watch. I mean, I'm sure some of you have seen someone that has struggled and, in their last days, it's heartbreaking. It's hard to watch. But if you can actually see someone that can have that little bit of relief in those last days, it's comforting. So, again, I thank you very much for giving me this platform. Yes. Mm-hmm. Yes, so we have to get everything approved through the OMC. There's a lot of things we can and cannot do. A lot of where you'll see our advertising is Instagram, Facebook, that mostly online, socially. We've done several articles actually with the papers and some of the news teams. Yeah. So it's also, pardon me, Facebook. We've been in Facebook prison sometimes. As a lot of, I think, cannabis companies do get, we push the bar as far as we can push it. But yes, it's so February, when we can actually try to get some more things in, edibles, for instance, which are like gummies. A lot of people think it's just like, ooh, I want to eat a piece of candy that's going to, help me out. It's really, what I think a lot of people don't understand is it's a dosing. So if I take a gummy that's 10 milligrams of THC, I know it's 10 milligrams of THC. I know exactly what I'm taking. So, you know, we have things that you can make your own edibles with, but it's very hard to tell you what you're actually, how many milligrams you're getting. So if we could get that through, I think that, and get rid of that stigma. And, you know, our packaging doesn't look like Oreos, or it doesn't look like a bag of Lifesavers. It's a, you know, it's a container that you cannot open. Sometimes I can't even open it myself, you know, so I have an 8-year-old. I don't think he'd be able to. But yeah, so it's stuff like that, you know, we are still fighting to, and it's education. You know, a lot of people don't understand that, right? It's not just about having a yummy candy, it's about, I know how much that is. And when I tell you, like, our average patients are 55 to 70, some can't take a capsule, or they don't want to vape, you know, so an edible is much easier for them to take. Yeah.
You can't take the product out of state.
Right.
So, like, Easter candy opposed to town, correct?
Yes. So, right. So if I'm traveling from, like, Huntington to Martinsburg, I got to go over the river and through the woods. Yeah. Yep. So we do not, we do sell wholesale, and we do provide product to a dispensary in Martinsburg. I think their name is New Leaf. So. All right. Well, thank you guys so much.